Hi guys, and welcome back to Escooter Clinic. Today we're looking at the Aero, the ultimate commuter EUC. So let's put this wheel to the test. As you can see, Escooter Clinic has provided me with a brand new wheel. So let's do a bit of a AMSR here. Let's talk about specs with this EUC. Now, the top speed of this wheel advertised is around 34 miles an hour or 55 kilometers, depending on where you're from. And I think that's absolutely plenty enough power for this type of wheel. I wouldn't want to go any faster with a wheel this size, as well with the stance I'm riding in. With the battery configuration for this EUC, we're saying about a range around 35 miles range. That's a nice compromise between the range, power and speed. And I think with the suspension wheel, I wouldn't want no stupidly high performance speed. This wheel is dedicated for urban exploration, commuting, and going out for those short trail riding. And for maybe if you're considering your first ever wheel, I definitely look at this because it's one of the most comfortable rides I've had on any EUC currently. And the reason why this wheel is able to produce those higher speeds is due to the motor that is paired with it. It's actually paired with a 2000 watt motor, which gets you up to those higher speeds with ease. And what I like about this motor is it's not straining from any riding that I've done. It's staying consistent over the acceleration curve, but it's not too aggressive where it's going to throw you all off. It's a nice healthy balance between power, weight and performance. And I think this is where this wheel sits. It's a little bit of everything, but the ultimate commuter. And one of the unique features about this wheel is the magnesium alloy strength that is over the entire body of this EUC. And it is rock solid. You can ride this thing with confidence and do some gnarly off-road trail riding or urban exploration and not worry if this wheel's to go down, it's going to be not working. With that magnesium alloy moving all over this wheel means that this thing is strong and built to last. And what I like about the suspension with this wheel, because this is actually an EUC with suspension, is that it's accessible at the top of the EUC. The preload can be adjusted above with convenience, and you can get access to them nice and easily underneath the trolley handle. And I want to say the rebound stock for this EUC, because everything stock for this EUC is nice and comfortable and it's just about right. I'd maybe tweak it ever so slightly to make it a little bit more stiffer, but for me, for the trail riding and outdoor adventuring and with a little bit of urban exploration, it seems about right. Now, one thing that's not really talked about enough in the EUC community is living with your EUC fundamentally. The trolley handle for this wheel is the perfect height for someone like me. I'm 5'10", and it's really nice to sit at a nice waist level. There's no strain, there's no stresses, and it is nice and comfortable. And what I like about this handle is it actually has two parts to it. You've got the middle part and you've got the taller part of the handle, which is nice and mechanically clicking in really nicely. So you can hold it here for a quick adjustment if you need to, or for longer durations of time, flip it up, and you've got that versatility of that carry handle and trolley handle.
Come back!
So let's look at this absolute awesome headlight for this wheel. It's one of the nicest features I like about this wheel. The fact it's got like a little bit of a hood to stop blinding oncoming traffic is an absolute plus. So the headlight you might recognize as the same headlight that is on the Apex, which is ideal for providing a nice wide berth of lumens when you're out doing those night rides. And what I like about this light is actually it's three different modes to the light. Some EUCs just have one maximum headlight brightness, which is going to be upsetting the wider community, let's just say. But what is nice about this headlight is actually adjustable with vertical and lower axis. So you can actually rise it or lower it depending on what you need. So depending on your ride angle, you can suit this headlight to make it perfect for your own personal preference. And actually on the back, there's a fully adjustable RGB brake light. So you can configure this to your own personal preference. As you can guess with me, I'd set this to purple. But that little dead man switch Really handy. And NOSFET haven't scrimped and saved with the battery with this EUC. The EUC actually has a battery with a 1110 watt-hour battery, which is an absolute beast of a battery with a compromise between power and weight ratio. And the advertised range for this EUC is around 35 miles range, which is absolutely plenty for this type of EUC. And the charging time is absolutely brilliant as well. It can charge this wheel from dead in only 2 to 3 hours, which means that you can be out riding really, really quickly. Now, with a wheel, the battery and the charger go hand in hand. It's important that you have a charger to charge this wheel in that Goldilocks window between 2 and 3 hours, because then you can take the charger with you and get yourself out riding without adding loads of unnecessary batteries that you simply won't need. If you can charge this wheel from dead in about 2 to 3 hours, then you're out riding and shredding super quickly. Now, if this is a city commuter EUC, then you need to know it's built for the masses and built to last, really. One thing about this wheel is that actually it's IP6 waterproof, which means that it's resilient in mild rain. You know, you wouldn't want to ride this wheel in some super stormy, harsh weather. You shouldn't ride any EV in harsh weather, but if you do get caught out, you know that this wheel is going to stay strong, stay safe, and it's not going to cut out on you, which is one of the most important factors that need to be talked about. And the LED display is nice and clear and not distracting. It provides you information that you need at a glance, but it doesn't distract you with loads of bells and whistles when you're riding. Some of the wheels we've seen on the market have full color displays, which are very, very nice, but they can be misleading and distracting when you're riding. Now, safety is key and always is priority. Yeah. Now, the size of the wheel that's paired with this EUC is 14 inches in size, which I would say is the Goldilocks perfect size wheel for this EUC. And it's actually branded as well. It's actually a Michelin type tyre, and it's a hybrid of slick and mild off-road, which gives you a hybrid tyre which is suitable for a range of different things. But it's easy to swap this tyre to a full slick or a more knobbly tyre depending on your needs. But out of the box, probably the best tyres I've used on any EUC currently. And I can say, this EUC is absolutely blowing me away currently. And it's so much fun. Next, I want to talk about the pedals for this EUC. Now, they are a nice compromise between having something super aggressive that studs into your feet that could be uncomfortable, and then having basically nothing at all. Now, these spikes are mild, but they're not too aggressive. It's a bit of a hybrid of the both. And actually, I prefer these because I actually sometimes like to wear trainers when I'm riding my EUC. So it gives me that option, knowing that I've got to wear trainers and have studs caving into my feet, which isn't a load of fun at all. And also, it's different is that there's no actual holes in these pedals. A lot of pedals that we see again and again actually have holes cut into them to reduce the weight even further. But due to the magnesium alloy, we have the strength and the stability, so we can give and take a little bit, reduce a little bit of the weight in the pedals, but gives us some flexibility. Now, in summary, I would say the NOSFET AERO is my EUC of the year. Now, I originally was going to look at this and give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, but simply riding the wheel, the suspension, the build quality, the tyre, the magnesium alloy built into the frame of the wheel, all these factors come together. They make something really, really good. And I would say this is my wheel of the year so far. It's been one of the most impressive, compact, clean, simple, does the job, all the bells and whistles, but not too much of everything. Anyway, that is the NOSFET AERO. If you want to know more or anything about it, please put comments below because we reply to every single comment. And if you want to know more about Escooter Connect, please click subscribe to check out the latest for bikes, boards, e-bikes, EUCs, and anything electric. See you soon.